y'all, and welcome back to another new video. So, you guys see my dog. So today we are on part 5 of my series about the first Wizarding War. So if you have not seen the first 4 parts, make sure you go catch up, or it's not going to make very much sense. And today we are talking about the height of the war. So this is like when the war really breaks out. Oh my god, Cookie. So we ended the last video talking about the formation of the Order of the Phoenix, and to be honest, the Order was trying their best, but they were not really having much luck. Voldemort continued to get more powerful, and you know, their attacks were more frequent and more brutal. And Dumbledore was really the only wizard that rivaled Voldemort, so yeah, the Order was not having the most success, and actually many of them were being killed off, so it was just not going well for them. And the whole British wizarding world was just like gripped with a constant terror. And people started calling him He Who Must Not Be Named, or you know who, because they were even so afraid of him that they didn't want to say his name. And Death Eaters actually kept their identities very secret, even from each other. Like, one Death Eater doesn't know all the other Death Eaters because they just really don't want to get caught. So they keep their identities secret even from each other. They might only know who a few other Death Eaters are. And this caused a lot of confusion and paranoia. And Voldemort would also put people under the Imperious Curse and force them to carry out his orders. So somebody that you never would have suspected of supporting Voldemort would appear to, and you don't know if it's real or if they're cursed. And I think they actually all thought it was real, like they didn't know at this time that it was the Imperious Curse. So people would see their friends and family members that they never thought would turn to Voldemort turning to him, and so you just didn't know who to trust. I mean, people wouldn't trust their own family and friends anymore. So in 1975, Eugenia Jenkins, the Minister of Magic, was outed as minister because she just like wasn't doing enough to like stop this. She just wasn't doing enough. So she was replaced with Harold Mincham, who was considered a very hard liner, like someone that they really thought was like a tough person that could hopefully get this into control. And at the same time, Barty Crouch Sr., who had been known for being ruthless as like a judge, was promoted to head of the Department of Magical Law Enforcement. So these two are like a real tough pair, and together they actually did start to make headway, yet the Death Eaters kind of still had the advantage over them. And in 1978, Severus Snape graduates from Hogwarts. So we're kind of taking a step back, or not back, but like shifting gears a little bit. So Severus Snape graduates Hogwarts, and he's convinced by his Slytherin classmates, because legitimately like all of them are joining the Death Eaters. He's convinced by them to join. And people debate constantly over Snape and if he was actually good, if he was actually bad. I'm not really going to get into all of that, so we're just going to go with the facts. So him and several other of his schoolmates join the Death Eaters, including Evan Rossier, Lucius Malfoy, Bellatrix Lestrange, and there's a ton of others. Like, when I'm telling you like all the Slytherins became Death Eaters at this time, it's true. And personally, like, I think that JK are just like demonized Slytherins, but nonetheless, whatever. So Voldemort is attempting to recruit Lily Evans also at this time. Even though she is Muggle-born, she has very like, she's very skilled, and it's well known that she's very skilled. So he's like, I guess even though you're a Muggle-born, if you'll join us and like adhere to our ideology of hating Muggle-borns, we'll let you live. And he was also attempting to recruit her boyfriend, James Potter, because he was, well, he is maybe a pureblood. He's not in the Sacred 28 because there's like, I don't know. He's potentially a pureblood, or he's potentially not. Like, it's unsure, but he's like basically a pureblood. Like, if he's not, it's like very little Muggle blood. So even though he's a pureblood, he is considered to be a blood traitor. Obviously, he's dating Lily Evans and has sympathy for Muggles and Muggleborns, but once again, very skilled, so they're trying to recruit him. And then they're also trying to recruit all of this friend group, so Sirius Black, Remus Lupin, and Peter Pettigrew. And all of them refused, all 5 of them, obviously. And then all 5 of them, who also all just graduated along with Snape, joined the Order of the Phoenix. And a trio of Death Eaters actually did try to attack and kill James and Sirius, but they did evade them and were able to escape alive. And so Voldemort took Snape and Bellatrix under his wing and shared a lot of his knowledge with them, even some secret stuff that he hadn't really shared with other people. And basically, like, he views them as his like best Death Eaters because I think they're just like the most skilled. And Bellatrix develops a delusional obsession with Voldemort. Like, she's literally in love with him and fanatically loyal, just like obsessed with him. And Voldemort never returns these feelings. And he entrusted his diary with Lucius at this time as well. And he and Lucius schemed of reopening the chamber, which obviously this doesn't come to fruition for a very long time. And Voldemort really trusted Snape because they were both half-bloods, and so Voldemort felt like they had some sort of connection that way, which obviously serves in the end because it helps when, like, that Snape's very trusted when he becomes a double agent. And that is actually where I'm ending this video today. I know some of the videos are like all different lengths, but I'm kind of just doing it based off like logically in the timeline where it makes sense to stop. So just depending on how much info there is in that section, a video might be longer or shorter. So I know this one was a little bit shorter, but I hope you enjoyed it anyways. And if you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. And if you want to see new Harry Potter content from me every single day, make sure you are following me on TikTok. And until next time, bye y'all.